Hey, it's me again. I just wanted to say a few things. My son's fixing to pick up my grandbabies for a doctor appointment, so I had a few moments to record a video, and I wanted to say hey, show everybody my new hair or lack thereof. I think it makes me look better. I would never keep it that way. I usually get like 2 haircuts a year, and this is what it looks like. But I'll have to see if I keep it or not. I need to change the color of this, I think, because it makes me look a little bit too old. But anyhow, I just wanted to say hi to everybody, let everybody know that I'm out there, that things are going good, and wanted to talk for just a brief moment about being successful in life and what being successful really means. I'm struggling in a lot of ways, and it's usually caused by something that we do. We do the things that will prevent us from being successful. And then the other thing is you have to first ask yourself, what does being successful mean? Because successful doesn't necessarily mean that you have tons of money. Successful means that you're secure, satisfied, and happy in your life. This is something that I feel blessed about because I am secure and happy and satisfied in my life. But where I lack, where I'm having a problem, is financially. Struggled with that all my life. Most of it's caused by things that I do. The other thing is health issues that have made hospital bills so high that I can't afford to pay them, and much less anything else. So the point is, though, let's talk about how to be successful and what do you have to do to get where you want to get. For those of you, first of all, who I think are Christian, for those of you that are Christian, the first thing I could really suggest is getting right with God. God's the one thing, the one constant that if we follow His precepts, we'll be able to be successful in all areas of our life, and He will give us the things that we need to do, and the things that we need to achieve our success. Now, I'm not talking about this in like like the old prosperity messages of, you give to God, God's going to make you rich and wealthy. That's not what the Bible promises. The Bible doesn't promise us abundance of things when we follow what God calls us to and what God wants us to do. But it doesn't always necessarily mean money either. But it can be, and money can and is needed in this world. And if you go back and you look at the early church, you will see where there were people that there were some that didn't own homes, but there were people that owned homes, owned property, and they participated in the church in a sharing way by taking what they had and sharing it with those that didn't. Some people would look at that almost in a socialistic type of atmosphere. But see, the difference is when you're doing it with love and with God in your heart, it's not really socialism or socialistic. It's that you're doing it because you love God and you know that you have the benefits. You have things that somebody else don't have, and so you can help them. And I'm not talking about taking people and just giving them things so they don't have to do anything either. The Bible's big on talking about things like you teach a man to fish and he'll eat for a lifetime. But if you just give him a fish, he's only going to eat for that meal. But now, from a personal point and a personal level, one thing I would really highly recommend, and again, remember, I'm doing this from a Christian standpoint. If you're non-Christian, if you're a non-believer, if you're an atheist, this won't work for you. This isn't what you want to do. I would say you need to rethink your position, but that's not my place. So what I'm going to say is, Christians, what I want you to do is make sure that you're in your, oh boy, I'm losing I can't do it. My brain doesn't always work right. But I'm talking about where you need to be rooted in a good church. And once you're rooted in a good church, you need to participate in that church. Do things with the church. Do things with the fellow Christians, because you are really who you are around. And if you go to church on Sunday and then the rest of the week you're just in the world, you will have no choice but to be of the world. So what I'm telling you is get rooted in a good church. Make sure that you do tithe. Now, and this is not a message about tithing, but make sure that you do tithe, because you're telling God that, yes, I understand that everything I have comes from you, and so therefore I'm going to give you back the 10% of your money that you already gave me. That's showing God that you can be trusted, and that's showing God that you love him and will follow what his precepts are. Now, once you start doing things like these, your life will change. And, sometimes that can be difficult. And I honestly think that the more money you make, sometimes the more difficult it is to tithe. I've got a story I'd like to share, but there's not enough time on this video to do that, but I got to try to remember it in the future, about a gentleman who started out in life cutting lawns. And he would make, say $100 a week or whatever, and he'd put $10 a week in the church offering plate, and then it goes on from there, and I'll get back with you on that. But I wanted to really tell you, if you want to be successful, get rooted in a good church, hang with those people that are rooted as well, and then make sure that your life reflects the love you have for God. Help yourself by getting rid of anger, getting rid of worry, getting rid of stress. Give that all to God. If you do that, that's the beginnings of being successful. And we'll have some more videos on that. I'm going to try to see if I can't post a video at least every couple of days in a series. But I need you guys to share these for me. I need these videos out there where people can see them, and we can go from there. So thank you. Until the next time, God bless, and you have a good day.